I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mobile News events.
All right, welcome back, guys. So we're going to be talking about Ludwig today. So I don't know if you're familiar with Ludwig at all.
Not before this thing popped up.
That
I
is
didn't know who he was before this. I've heard the name, I think, but I did not know who he was.
Ludwig, for those of you at home who don't know, is a famous streamer.
Is he?
What?
Does he stream with that one girl?
Senna?
No,
Or
it's
Cinderella?
like Pika
QT?
or something.
Pokemon?
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Pokemon? Pokemon?
Pokemon,
Does he,
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I think that's where I heard his name before.
Yeah.
But I've heard of Pokemon.
Valkyrie. Have you heard of Valkyrie?
Mm.
He hosts the Super Mario Bros. He invites one of his bros, Mango, right? So
it's another streamer?
Yeah, another streamer. Right. Mango's known to get a little loose. You know, Mango has a reputation as a party freak. Think about which one of our friends was kind of a party freak?
I think one of our more like who gets twisted is
Dak. Lucius. Wow.
He gets twisted.
Wow. I would have said Dak.
He did.
Myself.
He did.
Didn't you need to get your stomach? I'm gonna cut this.
No, I didn't.
Didn't you need to get your stomach pumped one time?
No, that wasn't me.
That was Dakota. Only?
Dakota. I don't know if Facundo. I know Dak and Facundo.
You were the only one that was good.
I was the only one who didn't go to the hospital. Dak was passed out in the closet with that suit on.
Dak is a wild one, bro.
Kid in college.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, him and Scar.
But anyway, imagine our bro, Lucius. We get him to lose control, and he starts humping the back of some lady's head, and like they're visibly uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
And like they're telling people like, I think he needs some water. I think he needs a drink. But then, let's say me in this situation, I'm like, nah, he good. This is what he do. He's telling me, yo, or every one of the girls that felt uncomfortable was telling me, yo, get this dude in control. He's out of control. But I didn't. And now he's getting the heat. And now, the next day when I see everybody is hating him, I come out and I say he has a problem. And he is now banned from all of my events until further notice.
No, it's trash.
Like, am I a good friend? Am I an asshole friend? Like, I'm a trash
Not even
friend.
just forget the friend part. It's like a bad human being thing to do.
Wow. How dare you? What do you mean? My friend did something wrong. Shouldn't I stand up?
No, I mean, like, the whole situation.
Okay.
Like, the entirety. Like, obviously, I mean, we have the recordings of it. So
but now imagine this, right?
The live of it is, like, they were egging him on the whole time, and it didn't become a problem until...
He's a grown man. He makes his own decisions. Can I peer pressure you into drinking?
It's your event.
But can I peer pressure you into drinking? I invite you to my wedding. Can I peer pressure you into drinking? It's my wedding.
You can try, but like it's definitely on the person to drink or not. But the point is this, though, when it's someone's own event,
because like, you know, it's a privilege to go to an event, man.
And you're supposed to be that person's friend.
Literally, Ludwig said this just now. Fuck Mango.
That's from Doug, bro.
And you know they have a drinking problem.
Mango is like an alcoholic.
And like each time they get higher in their blood alcohol, you're cheering on and having the whole.
Hey everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
The whole event cheer them on, and again you know they have a drinking problem, like, and you see them doing all the things that they're doing, like harassing people, and you're not reading the room well enough to see that people are getting uncomfortable with what your friend is doing, and what your friend is doing is also, again, happens to be something that you're fully egging them on to do. And then after the event gets backlash because of that, you talk about how your friend has a drinking problem and he's no longer welcome to your events. Yes, you're trash.
So I make that weak video, and then my buddy Lucius, he doesn't say anything, right? But you know who does say something? His wife. And she blames me for the whole thing. What? What the fuck? She talks about how I never mentioned how I was egging a grown man on to drink. A grown man, her husband. She talks about how I was irresponsible towards everyone and everybody was puking. But the one thing she doesn't talk about is
everybody was puking?
She was saying that everybody was puking out while they were playing.
Well, I mean, whatever. That's a wife defending her husband, but the point is, I think both are culpable. You were choosing to do what you're doing too. The person who was like, egging it on and having the event and having someone who was, doing uncomfortable things or doing things that are making people uncomfortable, and you were like, it was brought to his attention, and he brushed it off.
But do you think it's cool that the wife is like pinning this whole thing on?
Yeah, it's whatever. That's a wife defending her husband. Right?
Wow.
Listen, I already said from the beginning that he's like,
in the wrong.
Yeah, he's culpable.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, ideally, she put a little more responsibility for her husband and make sure that he gets help. She also could just be trying to protect him in the best way in public.
But is that right though?
While attacking him, holding him accountable in private. I think right around.
Do you think they did have a private, like she was pissed off at him in private?
Who knows? Maybe that's a possible thing. But I think what she's doing is the best possible PR for their business.
Mango tweeted out today, C9 dropping me, probably getting banned from tournament, from Smash tournament, with an official statement from Cloud9, which said, we are aware of the recent incident involving Mango, fully acknowledge the concerns raised by our communities and partners. Following an internal evaluation, we've made the decision to release Mango from Cloud9, regardless of tenure or accomplishments. The behavior demonstrated is completely unacceptable and directly conflicts with our organization's core values. Mango cut, and I guess possibly also getting banned from Melee tournament. I'm surprised though. I am surprised he got dropped from C9 because they've stuck with him through, I guess, not necessarily worse moments, but like other dark moments.
Like him humping the back of the girl's head.
Did he touch it physically though?
I think like there was.
I don't think he touched it.
Contact, but we'll see.
When I saw it, it didn't look. It looked like he was just like behind her, and he was just like I think he was being stupid. I don't think he actually like grabbed her head or touched her head with his groin or anything. But yeah, what he was doing was, of course, inappropriate. Like,
okay. Here's what his wife said. Wife tweeted, but since I'm not bound by S-word as a civilian, Ludwig, I effing watched you on stream ask for Mango to take shots. Of course, your little teeny bopper viewer B-word ass wants to pretend that never happened. People were vomiting at your event and you never once decided to pull the plug. Hope you enjoy your grace for banning Mango while encouraging him to get effing wasted. F you, Lud. Word for word, I need to do a shot. Where's Mango? So this is why she's upset.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some aspect that she does have a right to be upset. Yeah, I think she has some right to be upset. I think she has some right to be mad at him for sure. I mean, he's a little like, he's definitely. I think he's like decently in the wrong.
I don't think that. Let's say I encourage you to smoke weed, right? Because he doesn't do that. He hasn't done that for a long time.
Oh yeah, my wife would be mad at you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I don't think she has a right to be mad at me there. I
really does.
Don't. I really don't.
She certainly does. I mean, she at least has the argument that without you, I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah. She can say that she doesn't like me, but I don't think she has the right to actually hold any anger towards me because you're a grown man and you made your own decisions.
She has the right to hold anger towards you. It's your opinion that you don't think she should be. But I think even reasonably she should be. Now she can't put full responsibility.
And that's what that feels like.
Yeah, that's not what that is.
Feel like.
That's not what that is. That's
what those tweets feel like.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying by the feeling of it, but I mean, and if she is saying that, like, logically, no, like, yes, he still made the actions he made. Now, if Mango didn't do all these inappropriate things, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Mango knows his weaknesses. Mango knows his vices.
Mm-hmm. Right. And regardless of his vices, he's still... This is another thing, too, I've always felt iffy about. Like, people... And we had some friends in college. Like, okay. And I'm not saying names. But, like, some people will just give them the out, and they also will claim that whenever they get drunk, they're just such a different person, they can't be held accountable after drinking.
Me? Okay. Go ahead.
Other people, though, like, they're just known for, they were known for, like,
I drank
if they drink
every day for the first 2 semesters. every single day.
I don't know. It took a while before we were hanging out.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't think we were hanging out the first 2 semesters.
No,
Yeah.
You
So
didn't like me, but go ahead. That's the story for another day.
yeah,
We'll talk about it
whatever. Doesn't matter. I didn't know him. That's 2 different
He
things.
didn't
But
fuck with me. We hung out around the same people, but for some reason he didn't mess with me.
point is, like, I've never been really comfortable with the whole, like, people aren't responsible for the things they do when they're really drunk. Now I understand people blacking out, but like every time can't be a blackout.
I'll forgive you one time, and that has to be your first time blacking out. Aside from that, if you know you're going to black out when you drink too much, then you go out and you everything that you did, whether you remembered it or not, is your responsibility because you already know.
I also agree. But regardless, though, who knows if Mango remembers doing what he did on stream or not? But point is, he might not. He was very, very intoxicated. They said he blew like a 3 something.
Yeah,
he was 0.3.
He was
close to death. Yeah, and here's the other thing. Ludwig could be. If Mango would have died, is Ludwig responsible?
No.
I think if you're aware of someone blowing a 0.3 something and you're cheering it on, you're not in the right.
I don't think you're a good person, but you're also not held liable or responsible for another grown human man.
Well, I disagree because I think that's a I'm not my brother's keeper stance, and I don't agree with that.
I'm not my brother's keeper.
I disagree. I am my brother's keeper.
I am my family's keeper, yes. But what I mean by that is in the essence of, like, clearly Lud doesn't think of Mango as a brother.
Literally, Ludwig said this just now. Fuck Mango.
Like, for you, I would do that. For you, I would do that. For somebody that I have no relation, or I might be friends with, but I don't really care about, I'm going to just laugh and watch him mess up his life. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a grown man. It's even if it's at my event, even if it's my.
I think that's really messed up. Ludwig would be legally responsible. That's not the claim I'm making, but I'm saying morally. I'm saying morally, if he encouraged him to the point where
if that's
he would have died,
he would have died. Yes, these are all drunk people who came into this party wanting to have fun. One person isn't responsible enough to do that, and it's going to allow peer pressure to dictate his actions. And so now I'm a bad person because of him.
Legally, you can't. I think you're more. You're operating more
on an emotional side.
Okay,
if I cheered for somebody,
morals.
If I cheered for somebody while I was drunk to keep drinking,
you mean morally?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
And that dude. So if I'm cheering for somebody and I'm drunk, and that dude dies from alcohol poisoning, I'm going to bed easy the next day.
All right. Well,
like, I didn't do that. I didn't force the beer down his throat. I cheered for him to keep drinking.
Here's the thing.
And if I would have come to the conclusion, like, this guy's gonna die right after that sip, I'm obviously not gonna cheer.
Sure. Okay, but so then I see what you're saying, but like it's like I've never been so drunk to the point that I've lost my faculties of certain things.
Nani? What?
I really never have. Okay, so like even if I'm like 5, I haven't. I was the only.
I might keep that.
I was the only one who didn't. They didn't make me blow because I was. I don't care about other people. I'm talking about them. I'm talking about his respect to our friends.
No, fuck them. Who gives a fuck?
I do.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was in Ludwig's
he's responsible
position,
for the stuff he was doing.
If I was in Ludwig's position, I would take zero accountability. I would take absolutely none.
I would because I think it would be I think I would be better in the long run if I took a little bit.
Who says Mango is an alcoholic and proceeds to invite him to his drinking event? Oh, and by the way,
Ludwig, right?
On Reddit, I'm not defending Mango either. It's almost like
defending Mango either. It's almost like 2 things can be true at once. Wow.
Sometimes my genius is... it's almost frightening.
He's a machine of a man.
He said he had 7 beers already today.
If you ask him how many beers he's had lifetime, it's probably above 10,000.
Very likely.
Would you blame the cameraman there? No,
I'm not blaming the cameraman. He's an employee.
But in that scenario, if the cameraman clearly sees, okay, I'm the only sober one, but I'm the cameraman. I'm supposed to just stay here and record everything.
Oh, I honestly, I
seems-
wouldn't expect him to make a move or anything because he's probably works for Ludwig. So.
Damn. All right, I don't like that scapegoat answer, but I get it. I get what.
I mean, so it just depends on some things, but you know, any in the room, you have to ignore or be unaware to not intervene.
So the sober guy gets equal amounts of blame.
Again, it depends. It depends on how much you drank.
See,
even Ludwig, like
I am holding Ludwig slightly.
To a degree, he's responsible, but like at the same time, like, you know, Mango is this, that, or the other. He has to make choices, but at the same time, you know, Ludwig and maybe others were pushing Mango, and I think anyone pushing Mango is like, you know,
and the thing is,
you're compromised.
I'm holding Ludwig responsible for making other people uncomfortable. I'm not even holding him responsible for what he's doing. But we'll keep on going. We'll get halfway.
Bro is trashed. A .25 is not a joke. He weighs between like 160 and 180 pounds. He's had about like 11 or 12 drinks at this point.
Mango just blew a .32.
That is my guy.
Hey everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
And notice, not every single person in there was cheering. Some people are uncomfortable.
That's why I said the drunk people were cheering.
Yeah. Drunk / reckless.
But if I think you're responsible and you're doing something irresponsible responsibly, why is that reckless? If we're both driving on, and it is reckless, it's like reckless.
No, I get it. No, it's all in the name of like full send.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
But you're right. It is.
I totally get it. It's all we're having fun until someone like is seriously hurt or the reputation is tarnished.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Ludwig's reputation is tarnished?
It's probably damaged. He's getting a lot of bad flack for this. He's like.
He's gotten bad flack his entire career.
I don't know him like that. But if I'm just speaking on this situation, like he's catching heat from this.
If you hang out with a bunch of weirdos,
what are you?
That's what I'm saying. That's
why I get so scared when I see people see me with you in public. You know.
Nah, facts. Facts.
Wait a minute.
Let's up those numbers!
You know, in the moment, he's encouraging it, having a vibe, but then when reality sets in, he's like, by golly, a drunk guy did something stupid. I gotta distance myself.
Now, I see a lot of dialogue on, like, broader implications. I'm only worried about my team, myself.
Everybody, get your second race ready to go!
Wait, do it. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought you were Mango. I got confused.
Fucking me. He's fucking me from behind. Get off me. Oh my god. He thrust so nicely.
So he was molesting dudes and chicks. He was molesting everybody.
This video is him catching flack. That's what this video is.
I wouldn't say that. I would say this video is a current event topic.
No. I'm saying Ludwig is like the guy making this video is not supporting Ludwig.
I get what you mean. Just hear me out. I say, and I get what you mean. So this is a negative video on him.
Yeah.
But it's a current event video.
Okay.
So I only accept like bad press when it lasts past the current event. So like Diddy documented.
But it hasn't been long enough.
It hasn't been long enough for him to get bad press from this. So that's the only thing I'm saying. Yes, this is a negative video.
Okay, I would consider. I consider this bad press.
And there have only been negative videos, and it is.
I consider this bad press.
By definition, it is bad press. Okay. By definition, he's actually.
Doesn't seem like people are on his side.
No, and it's gonna seem like that for anybody that does something wrong.
Yeah, he
that's
seems
in
like
the current
seems
event.
pretty. Yeah, it's like this ain't right.
But that doesn't mean he's gonna lose any money.
And it doesn't mean that. I'm not saying he should, but I'm just like I'm not saying he should or shouldn't. But
will he get canceled? No,
probably not.
So
is Mango gonna get canceled?
Yes. He's already kind of gotten canceled. Was
he canceled before this?
No, but there was literally a
Why is he getting canceled?
Because he was humping the back of girls'
Because of how
heads.
drunk he was?
No, just because he was humping the back of girls'
Yeah,
heads. I think that's
no matter how drunk he was. Like, you think he's getting canceled because of it for that?
Absolutely. People like get like.
What does he do? What is he?
He's a Super Mario pro.
He's a Super Mario streamer.
Yeah, pro player.
I think
he plays in tournaments.
I think if he ducks his head for a little bit, I think he can beat this.
Here's the thing.
I think the Mango guy can beat this. He's married.
A big super.
And his wife is defending him.
Is it Super Mario? No, Super Smash. Sorry, Super Smash.
I think if Mango apologizes, I think he's good. I just want to say that.
He already did.
I think
and
he's going to be good.
He already told
eventually.
Ludwig like it's okay to disassociate with me.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, right.
So
yeah, it's whatever.
But here's the thing.
It's not whatever, but it's just like
somebody in the Super Smash Bros. Community, a high-ranking member, said, "You will not have me back at this event unless you ban him for a year and he goes to rehab for that entire year."
No.
So like that's kind of crazy. Like you're gonna tell him to go to rehab for a year?
Honestly, they should not go to Ludwig's events for a year.
Yeah, the exhale there is right, dickweed. When you see your friend there in that situation, you should probably help him and, get him out of there. Even Mango's wife saw this and responded to the situation. Let's check this out. But since I'm not bound by Kyo as a civilian, at Ludwig, I watched you on stream asking for Mango to take shots. Of course, your little teeny bopper viewer ass wants to pretend that never happened. People were vomiting at your event and you never once decided to pull. Ludwig. All my homies hate Ludwig. I hope you enjoy your grace for banning Mango while encouraging him to get wasted. You, Lud. Word for word. I need to do a shot. Where's Mango? And then people wonder, why do people hate Ludwig? He's such a good guy. The #2 political streamer himself even called him a golden retriever.
When people hate Ludwig, dude, think about that. This man is a fucking golden retriever. He is mathematically crafting takes that are the most kind, empathetic, and inoffensive you can possibly be.
Funnily enough, Hassan Adolf Diddy Bin Laden Piker here described why people hate Ludwig.
Golden retriever.
Yeah, he literally is a dog. Old Yeller, and your time has come. It's time for you to wrap it up. No party like a Luddy party.
I don't think Ludwig deserves haters either. But he still gets them.
I'd argue Ludwig doesn't deserve fans for his...
This is why I say he's not going to get canceled. Because the friend group that he has, and attention is currency right now.
Inauthenticity, but I'm not gonna lie, his main channel videos are good. Like, objectively, they are good. Like, I'm not baselessly gonna hate on him, he has his moments. That chess boxing stuff sponsored by Fadsley, that's tough. May Allah strike Ludwig. Spending all night goading the alcoholism of a friend you've known for 10 years, then publicly disowning them when it goes south is crazy work.
That's dangerous.
Let's up those numbers!
Spending all night
goading...
What? A la drone.
I know, I totally understand. I heard everything. What's the chess boxing? What is that?
So there's one round of you playing chess versus somebody.
Chess. I thought you said chest.
No.
Okay.
The second round is you boxing, and then you keep on going back till you either beat them in chess or beat them in boxing.
Oh, that's funny.
So, like, if you're losing in chess,
that's a good idea.
You gotta try to stall them.
And these are people that are good at chess boxing?
Mm-hmm.
The alcoholism of a friend you've known for 10 years, then publicly disowning them when it goes south is crazy work.
That's dangerous.
TBF, Mango is an adult that's responsible for his own actions. Yeah, no Sherlock. Never said otherwise, but it's slimy to egg him on all night, be in the frame of all the clips, watch the harassment all night, not ask him to leave, but then publicly disown him the next day after the clips blow up. At the end of the day...
What he did the next day is grimy. What he did the next day is grimy. Hands down. Hands down. That is absolute the truth. Before that, I don't think he was slimy.
Okay.
Going up or being, belligerently drunk. So
he's not there.
An event, I feel like you should, be responsible. With friends like Ludwig, you don't even need enemies. Guy's a massive POS who only cares about his image.
Now, if you're missing context from this situation, maybe you missed my last video, or God forbid you have a job. Nevertheless, Mango actually lost his gaming organization and stopped being invited to pro tournaments, which is, a pretty big hit to him. Ludwig was quick to jump into the fray disavowing Mango, but as soon as everyone turns on him, he's radio silent, dropping merch and, ignoring everyone. Quick to address someone else's drama, but never your own.
You see,
this is what's called a functioning alcoholic, and this is to go even further beyond. Cheering for a 0.32 blood alcohol is crazy work. Seriously, that's actually dangerous. And you know, when Reddit's the voice of reason, you know you're cooked. Despite pushing 40, Pokemon here was actually...
I mean, they are streamers. They deal with that.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm just saying
look,
that's definitely restraint.
He's not in view right now.
No, yeah.
I'd like to think that. Yeah.
What do you? How do you? Where are you? What's Ludwig to you?
What do you mean by that?
Because not just because of his image, because he's a white knight type of dude. You know those blue pill type of dudes that are the complete opposite of the red pill.
Oh, okay. He's like women empowerment and stuff.
He's one of those type of dudes. So that's why
probably for his image.
Streaming.
I'll tell you what is a bad business decision. What he did at this event.
You know, facts. Facts.
I could have hired an Indian to edit this, but I did it myself. So subscribe.
Also, is it
just
just me or I feel like...
Whoa!
What did he say?